on. My name is Adinka Sanusi. So I want to explain some 8 tips and tricks for sight reading. So those are things you need to know that will help you to sight read very well. In music, sight reading is also called a prime vista. Prime vista, that's the Italian meaning. As for sight, sight reading is the practice of reading and performing of a piece or song in a music notation that the performers has not seen or learned before. Let me take that slowly. Sight reading is the practice of reading and performing of a piece of song in a music notation that the performers has not seen or learned before. Sight is used to describe singer who is sight reading. So sight is used to describe singer who is sight reading. So let's look at the 8 tips and tricks for sight reading. Number 1, familiarize yourself with a variety of readings. Familiarize yourself with a variety of readings. Example of that, 3/4, 3 crotchet beats in a bar. Another example, 4/4, 4 crotchet beats in a bar. Another example, 2/2, 2 meaning beats in a bar. Another example, 6/8, 6 quiver beats in a bar, and so on and so forth. So familiarize yourself with varieties of readings. Number 2, memorize key signature. Is especially helpful for musicians as you need to be aware of how many sharps or flats are coming up in your upcoming sight reading exercise. So a musician must be able to know that when you have a sharp, it's telling you that the piece is G major. When you have a flat, it's telling you that the piece is F major. So that's how it goes. Number 3, know your scale. Knowing your scale will help you to memorize your key signature. So you must be able to differentiate between the minor scale and the major scale. So you need to differentiate between the minor scale and the major scale. Number 4, practice sight reading different types of music. Don't just sight read one. Don't sight read one type of music. Sight read different type of music. You'll be able to relax. To relax when you are presented with a new piece of music and can say, oh yeah, I know that. God, it should be easier. So you practice different types of music. Number 5, examine the piece. Examine the piece. You go through the piece. So before you begin to play or sing, you take a moment to mentally digest the music in front of you. So before you can play anything, examine it. So before you play the music at all, you need to examine it. So when examining it, you need to tap out the readings, read through the notes, and follow the structure of the song. So the next thing there, the 16th, identify annotations in the piece. Sight reading is more than just notes and readings. It's more than that. It's more than notes and readings. Take a moment to look for any dynamic changes. Take a moment to look for there can be dynamic changes. So take a moment to look for any dynamic changes or musical direction notated within the piece. So also pay close attention to tempo and time signatures to make sure they don't change within the song. The next one, number 7. Okay, sound the whole piece. Sound the whole piece out in your head. Go through the entire piece from start to finish as if you were giving a mental performance. So you go through. When you go through that, the next one, that's number 7. Now you're looking at it, said sound the whole piece out in your head. Go through the entire piece from start to finish as if you were giving a mental performance. And ask yourself these questions. Number 1, what is the climax of the song? Number 2, what is the main melody? Number 3, are there any patterns repeatedly throughout? Number 4, does the song have definite sections? Okay, the last but not the least, breath. Relax and keep going even if you make a mistake. Relax and keep going if you make a mistake. Sight reading isn't meant to be perfect. You need to know that. Sight reading isn't meant to be perfect. It's just like anything else you do. The more you practice, the better you will get. So that's the more you practice, the more you know. So don't focus on the mistake that you know. Don't focus on mistake that you make doing the performance. So, and don't feel as though you have to stop. So don't feel because you make mistakes, so you need to stop. No, continue, keep going, do the best you can, and remember that testing your abilities as a musician, you are making yourself better in the long run. You're making yourself better in the long run. Those are the 8 things you need to know. So, follow the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, 7, 8 steps. You're good to go. Thanks, and remember to stay musically